But now large parts of mainland Europe are continuing to swelter in extreme temperatures as a second heat wave moves in. The United States is also experiencing near record highs with extreme heat warnings in place for more than 110 million people, while other countries are seeing torrential rains and floods. Joe Inwood reports.
They call it Death Valley for a reason. This Californian desert once recorded the Earth's highest ever temperature, 56.7 Celsius. This current heat wave is getting close to beating that. For some, it's a tourist attraction, a chance to witness a piece of history. But Tom has a very different message.
The fact that people are coming out here to celebrate this, the Park Service is giddy, people are excited about tomorrow, it's not a milestone. I'm calling it Happy Death Day because, okay, it's a milestone tomorrow, but then next year it's going to be another milestone. In 10 years, 20 years, it's going to be 140 here. What are we celebrating?
Right across the US, heat records look set to be broken. Here in Phoenix, it's been above 43 Celsius for more than 17 days in a row. With no sign of things getting cooler, authorities are warning that children, pregnant women and the elderly are at serious risk. It's all being caused by extreme high pressure, resulting in something called a heat dome. And that is leading to other forms of extreme weather. New York has seen torrential rain, leading to this warning from the governor.
This is possibly our new normal. This is the kind of weather that even what should normally be a beautiful beach-going Sunday in July can turn into a devastating catastrophe because of Mother Nature.
And it's not just the US that is seeing extremes. Some parts of Japan saw more than 300 millimetres of rain in just 24 hours, while the capital, Tokyo, is seeing near record temperatures. Much of Europe is also feeling the heat for a second week. Italy is expected to see the temperature rise to 45 Celsius as hot air from Africa heads north. Authorities put out red weather alerts for 16 cities, including Rome.
It's almost sickening. You know, you just get almost nauseous. So I am carrying a towel, and you just keep on wetting yourself, your hair, and drinking a lot of water.
In the Spanish island of La Palma, more than 4,000 people have now had to leave their homes as wildfires rage out of control. It's a similar picture back across the Atlantic. Canada has seen its most destructive burning season ever, with cities struggling to breathe. While down in California, wildfires are said to be out of control. There is now little doubt that man-made climate change is behind the chaos in our weather. And still, the world is getting warmer. Joe Inwood, BBC News.
Live to Madrid now then to speak to Guy Hedgecoe. Good morning, Guy. So another very hot, difficult day ahead. Just give us the latest on La Palma, the forest fires there. What's happening?
Well, the latest we heard is that the authorities are optimistic that they are bringing it under control. However, it has burned already around 4,500 hectares. 4,000 people or so were evacuated from their homes over the weekend. Some of those people have been able to return to their homes. But as always, this depends on winds and the conditions. And of course, we're just going into a new heat wave, so those hot, dry conditions are not going to be very helpful when it comes to battling that fire.
And what's the day ahead looking like where you are in terms of temperature and what people are doing to try and stay safe?
Well, I'm in central Spain, and we're expected to see temperatures of around 40 degrees here later on today. Down in the south, the temperature is going to rise as high as 44. So parts of the south are on red alert. The government has issued the kind of advice it always issues for these sort of heat waves, which is that high-risk groups should stay out of the heat at the hottest times of day. There's elderly people, children, people with underlying health problems. And also those areas which are on heat alerts today, which is much of the country, in those areas, manual workers, people who work outside or on farms, they have to stay out of the heat and they can't work during the hottest times of day.
Are schools already closed anyway for the summer holiday season, or what's the situation as far as children are concerned?
Well, in Yes, schools are closed, so that is not a problem at the moment. But clearly, the local authorities are having to take measures in a local way, depending on the temperatures in their area, particularly down in the south in Andalusia. There is a hotline which has been set up down in the south by the local authorities there, where people can call up and get information regarding the heat and regarding what they should do in terms of their own health to manage the heat. And over the last few weeks, that hotline has been extremely busy. And I think we can expect it to be even busy over the next day or two.